Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving deep into the whirlwind of drama unfolding in Port Charles. Secrets are unraveling, alliances are shifting, and tensions are running higher than ever. This episode promises explosive confrontations, emotional reckonings, and unexpected twists that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Let's break down every storyline in reverse order, adding layers of intrigue and analysis to each plot point. Sonny Corinthos vs. Tracy Quartermaine, a clash of titans. The Quartermaine mansion will become a battleground as Sonny Corinthos and Tracy Quartermaine face off in a heated confrontation that could have ripple effects across Port Charles. Tracy's fiery outburst is set to be one of the most memorable moments of the week, showcasing her trademark sharp tongue and unrelenting resolve. While the surface-level conflict may revolve around deception business, possibly connected to Jen Sidwell's takeover offer, there's likely more at play here. Tracy has always been fiercely protective of her family's legacy, and Sonny's growing influence in Port Charles might feel like a threat she can no longer ignore. Could their clash reveal deeper animosity or even hidden agendas? Sonny, known for his ability to manipulate situations to his advantage, might push Tracy too far this time. Her refusal to entertain his suggestions signals that she's drawing a line in the sand, but how will Sonny respond? Will this confrontation escalate into a full-blown feud between two powerhouses? The stakes are high, and viewers can expect fireworks as these two formidable characters collide. Lulu Spencer's moral quandary, the weight of a secret. Lulu Spencer is grappling with a moral dilemma that could shatter lives and relationships. After discovering Brooklyn Quartermaine's shocking secret that she concealed the existence of a child from Dante Falconeri, Lulu finds herself torn between loyalty and honesty. This revelation has the potential to upend Dante's world and irrevocably damage his trust in Brooklyn. Seeking advice, Lulu turns to Carly Spencer, who offers her trademark blend of pragmatism and emotional insight. Carly understands Lulu's desire to come clean but warns her about the devastating fallout that could follow. This conversation highlights Carly's protective nature and her ability to weigh the consequences of difficult decisions. Ultimately, Lulu opts for a compassionate approach, deciding to confront Brooklyn directly rather than blindsiding Dante with the truth. By giving Brooklyn the chance to come clean on her own terms, Lulu demonstrates personal growth and empathy, a stark contrast to her earlier impulsive tendencies. This storyline delves into themes of forgiveness, accountability, and the delicate balance between justice and mercy. Portia Robinson turns to Rick Lansing, a desperate gamble. Portia Robinson is facing mounting pressure as Drew Quartermaine continues his blackmail scheme against her family. With Ava Jerome urging her to seek legal counsel, Portia reluctantly reaches out to Rick Lansing, a man whose reputation is as complex as it is controversial. Rick's involvement introduces an intriguing dynamic. He's known for his cunning strategies and willingness to operate in morally gray areas. Portia's vulnerability is palpable as she navigates this crisis, torn between protecting her loved ones and making difficult compromises. Rick's advice will likely force Portia into an impossible choice, one that could have long-lasting repercussions for her family and her own sense of integrity. This subplot not only deepens Portia's character arc but also sets the stage for Rick Lansing to re-establish himself as a key player in Port Charles drama. Drew Quartermaine's web of deception, friend or foe? Drew Quartermaine is keeping busy with meetings and unexpected encounters that reveal the many layers of his character. His interactions with Elizabeth Baldwin provide insight into his professional ambitions, while his run-in with Trina Robinson adds a personal dimension to his storyline. Kai Taylor's warm declaration that any friend of Trina's is a friend of his offers a momentary reprieve from the tension surrounding Drew. However, Drew's actions toward Trina's family paint him in a much darker light. His blackmail campaign against Portia Robinson raises serious questions about his motivations and moral compass. Is Drew simply acting out of desperation, or has he crossed a line he can't come back from? This storyline explores themes of betrayal, redemption, and the fine line between ambition and exploitation. Isaiah Gannon and Willow Corinthos, a bond forged in compassion. In the midst of chaos at General Hospital, GH, Isaiah Gannon and Willow Corinthos will share a touching moment that underscores the importance of human connection during times of crisis. Their mutual concern for James West during his medical emergency brings them closer together as they work to lift his spirits. This subplot serves as a refreshing counterbalance to the high-stakes drama elsewhere in Port Charles. It reminds viewers that even small acts of kindness can have profound effects on those around us. Isaiah and Willow's bond could pave the way for future collaborations or even deeper friendships as their characters grow. James West's medical emergency, a race against time. Felicia Scorpio will rush James West to GH after he begins experiencing severe pain, a moment that underscores Felicia's unwavering dedication as both a friend and protector. The urgency surrounding James' condition adds an element of suspense to this storyline. What exactly is causing his distress? Could it be tied to an underlying condition or even external factors? As doctors scramble to diagnose James' ailment, this plotline provides an opportunity for other characters like Isaiah Gannon and Willow Corinthos to step up and offer support. The medical emergency serves as both a catalyst for character development and a reminder of GH's role as a central hub for life and death moments in Port Charles. Alexis Davis receives an invitation. Danger lurks at Windermere. Alexis Davis finds herself drawn into Jen Sidwell's orbit after receiving an unexpected invitation to Windermere. While Sidwell may claim he needs Alexis' legal expertise, his reputation as an untrustworthy schemer casts doubt on his true intentions. Could Alexis be walking into a trap? Or does Sidwell see her as an unwitting pawn in his larger game? This storyline promises intrigue as Alexis navigates the murky waters of Sidwell's agenda. Her involvement could lead to surprising alliances or dangerous confrontations as she uncovers hidden motives behind Sidwell's actions. Natalia Ramirez confronts Jen Sidwell, sparks fly. In another corner of Port Charles, Natalia Ramirez takes matters into her own hands by confronting Jen Sidwell about his hostile takeover plans. Their heated exchange reveals lingering tensions between them as Natalia challenges Jen on his ruthless ambitions. This confrontation not only reignites old wounds but also sets Natalia up as a formidable opponent in the corporate battlefield. Her determination to stand up against Jen's highlights her resilience and resourcefulness, a stark contrast to his manipulative tactics. Next, we'll dive into the tangled web of decisions, alliances, and potential betrayals surrounding Sasha Gilmore Corbin and her latest life-altering choice. As we unravel this gripping storyline, we'll explore the consequences of her actions, analyze the dynamics at play, and speculate on what the future holds. Let's break it all down in reverse order, adding fresh insights and creative details along the way. Sasha's future with Jen Sidwell, a brewing storm? The road ahead for Sasha Gilmore Corbin looks increasingly treacherous as she finds herself entangled with the unpredictable and dangerous Jen Sidwell. While Sidwell's $250,000 offer might seem like a lifeline to some, it could also be a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Sidwell has a reputation for manipulation and villainy, and his involvement in Sasha's life is bound to bring complications that extend far beyond financial transactions. Sidwell's motivations remain murky, but his history of underhanded schemes suggests he may have more sinister plans for Sasha. Could this be the beginning of a larger plot to destabilize deception or further his own power in Port Charles? Sasha's decision to align herself with Sidwell could open the door to a series of escalating demands, threats, or even blackmail. The stakes are high, and viewers are left wondering whether Sasha's gamble will ultimately cost her everything she holds dear. The strings attached to Sidwell's money. Accepting Sidwell's money might seem like an easy solution on the surface, but it comes with strings that could quickly tighten into a noose around Sasha's neck. In exchange for the hefty sum, Sasha is expected to convince the deception team that the recent warehouse ordeal was nothing more than a misunderstanding, and that Holly Sutton was primarily at fault. While this task might appear straightforward, Sidwell is not the kind of man who stops at one favor. What happens when Sidwell starts piling on additional requests? Will Sasha find herself coerced into compromising her values or endangering others? The $250,000 could become a trap rather than a blessing, locking Sasha into a dangerous partnership that she can't easily escape. This storyline raises questions about trust, independence, and the cost of making deals with morally questionable individuals. A dangerous partnership, Sasha's independence at risk. Sasha's desire to carve out her own path. Free from reliance on Jason Morgan or Michael Corinthos has led her straight into Sidwell's clutches. While her determination to raise her child independently is admirable, it may also be short-sighted given Sidwell's track record. By rejecting Jason Morgan's offer of financial support, Sasha has chosen a path fraught with uncertainty and danger. Jason had already proven his loyalty by rescuing Sasha from a life-threatening situation involving an explosive device. His willingness to provide her with money for a new home and other necessities came without strings attached, a stark contrast to Sidwell's shady deal. Yet Sasha's pride and determination to avoid Quartermaine influence have driven her toward a riskier option. This decision highlights the complexity of Sasha's character as she struggles to balance independence with practicality. The warehouse ordeal, a catalyst for chaos. The recent warehouse incident serves as a pivotal moment in this storyline, shedding light on Sidwell's capacity for manipulation and danger. During this ordeal, Sasha was held hostage in a life-threatening situation involving an explosive device, a harrowing experience that should have been enough to convince her of Sidwell's true nature. Jason Morgan's heroic intervention saved her life, yet Sasha seems willing to overlook these red flags in favor of maintaining control over her own future. Sidwell's ability to spin this event into an opportunity for leverage demonstrates his cunning nature. By framing Holly Sutton as the primary culprit and downplaying his own involvement, he has managed to position himself as both benefactor and puppet master in Sasha's life. This development adds layers of intrigue and sets the stage for future conflicts between these characters. Jason Morgan versus Jen Sidwell, two paths diverge. Sasha's decision-making process becomes even more complex when viewed through the lens of her relationships with Jason Morgan and Jen Sidwell. On one hand, Jason represents stability, safety, and genuine care, qualities that could provide Sasha with the foundation she needs as she prepares for motherhood. On the other hand, Sidwell embodies risk, danger, and unpredictability, elements that could jeopardize not only Sasha's future but also her unborn child. Jason's offer of financial support came without conditions or ulterior motives, a stark contrast to Sidwell's manipulative tactics. By rejecting Jason's help in favor of Sidwell's money, Sasha has chosen a path that prioritizes short-term independence over long-term security. This decision raises important questions about trust, pride, and the consequences of aligning oneself with morally ambiguous individuals. Sasha's unborn child, a silent stakeholder. At the heart of this storyline lies an innocent life, Sasha's unborn child, whose future hangs in the balance as she navigates these perilous choices. Every decision Sasha makes now carries weight not only for herself but also for her baby. By aligning herself with someone as dangerous as Sidwell, Sasha risks exposing her child to harm before they even enter the world. This subplot underscores the emotional stakes of Sasha's journey as she grapples with questions of independence, responsibility, and sacrifice. Will she realize the potential consequences of her actions before it's too late? Or will she find herself trapped in a web of deceit and danger that threatens both her freedom and her child's safety? A mistake that could spiral out of control. As events unfold, it becomes increasingly clear that Sasha may have underestimated both Sidwell's ruthlessness and the complexity of her own situation. Her desire to maintain control over her life is understandable but may ultimately lead to regret if things spiral out of control. At some point, Sasha might find herself wishing she had taken Jason Morgan's money or even Michael Corinthos' support as safer alternatives. This storyline explores themes of pride, vulnerability, and the unintended consequences of seemingly small decisions. It also sets up potential redemption arcs or rescue missions as other characters step in to help Sasha extricate herself from this dangerous partnership. Next, we're diving into a whirlwind of deception, family secrets, and emotional turmoil as Lois Cerullo faces the consequences of her hidden past. With Brooklyn Quartermaine on the verge of uncovering the truth about her long-lost child, Lois is considering drastic measures to keep her secrets buried. Let's explore this complex storyline in reverse order, unpacking every detail with fresh insights and creative analysis. Lois' potential scheme, a fabricated reunion. Lois Cerullo may be on the brink of orchestrating one of the most elaborate schemes Port Charles has seen in years. Desperate to protect her hidden past, Lois might take inspiration from Valentine Cassidy's infamous plot to reunite Nina Reeves with her supposed daughter. In this case, Lois could recruit someone to impersonate Brooklyn's long-lost child, creating a picture-perfect reunion that would satisfy Brooklyn's longing for closure while keeping the truth safely concealed. The plan, however, is fraught with potential complications. What happens if Brooklyn forms a genuine emotional connection with this fabricated child? Could Lois maintain the charade indefinitely, or would cracks eventually begin to show? This storyline raises compelling questions about the lengths people will go to protect their secrets and whether such deceptions can ever truly succeed without devastating consequences. The risks of manipulating Brooklyn's search. If Lois decides to manipulate Brooklyn's search for her child, she risks crossing ethical and emotional boundaries that could permanently damage their relationship. One possible approach might involve hiring an actor to play the role of Brooklyn's child. Someone who could convincingly portray a loving son or daughter while reassuring Brooklyn that they've lived a happy life with their adoptive family. While this plan might seem like a quick fix, it carries significant risks. For one, Brooklyn's desire for a deeper connection could unravel the deception over time. Additionally, if Lois were to fabricate a tragic story, such as claiming the child had passed away or rejected contact, it would be an even crueler betrayal. Such actions would not only hurt Brooklyn but also reveal just how far Lois is willing to go to protect herself. The truth about the adoption, a family secret. Brooklyn currently believes that her mother used an adoption agency to place her baby in a loving home. However, the reality is far more complicated and deeply rooted in family dynamics. Unbeknownst to Brooklyn, Lois secretly collaborated with Gloria Cerullo to place the child with a distant family cousin. This revelation adds layers of complexity to the storyline, highlighting themes of trust, betrayal, and familial loyalty. Lois' decision to involve Gloria in this secret adoption underscores her desperation at the time, but it also raises questions about how much Gloria knows and whether she could become an ally or a liability as this storyline unfolds. Could Gloria be persuaded to come clean if confronted by Brooklyn or Chase? Or will she remain loyal to Lois and help maintain the illusion? Chase's role in Brooklyn's journey. Harrison Chase has emerged as a steadfast ally for Brooklyn as she navigates this emotional journey. While he remains unaware that Dante Falconeri is the biological father of Brooklyn's child, Chase is fully committed to supporting her if she chooses to search for her long-lost son or daughter. His involvement adds an element of stability and compassion to an otherwise tumultuous situation. Chase's willingness to help Brooklyn reflects his deep care for her and his strong moral compass. However, his role in this storyline could become more complicated if he begins uncovering inconsistencies in Lois' narrative. Will Chase's detective instincts lead him closer to the truth? And how will he react if he discovers that Lois has been manipulating Brooklyn all along? Dante Falconeri, an unknowing father. One of the most intriguing aspects of this storyline is Dante Falconeri's unwitting connection to Brooklyn's secret. As the biological father of her child, Dante remains completely unaware of his role in this unfolding drama. This revelation has the potential to shake up not only his relationship with Brooklyn but also his own sense of identity and responsibility. If Dante were to learn the truth, how would he react? Would he support Brooklyn in her search for their child or feel betrayed by her decision to keep him in the dark? This subplot introduces an additional layer of tension and emotional complexity that could have far-reaching implications for all involved. Brooklyn's emotional turmoil. Brooklyn Quartermaine finds herself at a crossroads as she grapples with the possibility of reconnecting with her long-lost child. Her recent confession to Chase marked a turning point in this storyline, bringing years of buried emotions and unresolved questions to the surface. While she currently believes that her mother acted in her best interests by arranging an adoption through official channels, Brooklyn may soon discover that things are not as they seem. This journey is as much about self-discovery as it is about finding her child. For Brooklyn, confronting her past means facing difficult truths about herself, her family, and the choices that have shaped her life. Her determination to uncover the truth will undoubtedly drive much of the drama moving forward. Lois Cerullo, a mother under pressure. At the heart of this storyline lies Lois Cerullo's struggle to keep her past from unraveling. The fear of being exposed weighs heavily on her as tensions escalate and new challenges arise. For Lois, maintaining control over this situation means making increasingly desperate decisions that could ultimately backfire and cost her everything she holds dear.